She wasn't born into fame, yet there was always something quietly striking about her, a rare mix of softness, intelligence, and screen presence that naturally drew attention. Alina Boz didn't simply step into Turkish entertainment. She built her place with patience and precision, transforming early promise into one of the most refined acting journeys of her generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Alina Boz was born on June 14, 1998, in Moscow, Russia, and later moved to Turkey at a young age. Growing up between cultures, she developed a unique perspective and emotional awareness that would later shape her performances. Long before major sets and leading roles, she was drawn to language, expression, and storytelling, studying acting while balancing education and early auditions. Her acting journey began with supporting roles in television series, gradually building experience and visibility. Early projects such as Caesar Hemsire and Paramparka introduced her to audiences, but it was her role as Hazal in Paramparka that marked her first major breakthrough. The performance showcased her ability to portray emotional conflict and vulnerability well beyond her age, earning critical attention and a growing fan base. Rather than being boxed into one image, Alina continued to expand her range. She took on leading roles in projects like Elemi Biography, where she carried a long-running drama with emotional consistency, and later delivered darker, more complex performances in series such as Marasli and Burperi Masali. Each role reflected a deliberate step forward, revealing an actress focused on depth rather than repetition. Alina's approach to acting is defined by selectivity. She chooses characters that challenge her psychologically and emotionally, often gravitating towards stories centered on identity, resilience, and inner transformation. This careful decision-making has allowed her to mature on screen while maintaining credibility with both audiences and industry professionals. Off-screen, Alina's public image blends elegance with restraint. She maintains a calm, composed presence, avoiding unnecessary exposure while remaining active in fashion and brand collaborations. Her refined style and international appeal have made her a frequent choice for high-profile campaigns, while her brand partnerships remain aligned with her understated image. Her lifestyle reflects balance and focus. She values privacy, personal growth, and creative preparation, often stepping back from the spotlight between projects. This measured pace supports long-term consistency rather than short-lived hype. Alina's influence continues to grow beyond Turkish television, with strong international viewership through global streaming platforms and a steadily expanding social media presence. She has become one of the most recognizable young faces in modern Turkish drama. Her estimated net worth reflects consistent earnings from acting and endorsements, built gradually through strategic career choices. What truly sets her apart is emotional subtlety. She brings quiet intensity to her characters, allowing silence, expression, and restraint to speak as loudly as dialogue. That understated strength defines her performances and distinguishes her in a competitive industry. As of 2026, Alina Boz stands not only as a leading actress of her generation, but as a symbol of controlled growth, artistic discipline, and quiet confidence in modern entertainment. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. She wasn't born into international fame, yet there was always something quietly captivating about her, a presence that felt both tender and self-assured, a screen aura that made viewers pause and pay attention. Yagmur Yuksel didn't arrive in the entertainment world with noise or spectacle. Instead, she built her identity through subtle intensity, transforming natural talent and determination into one of the most promising young faces of her generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Yagmur Yuksel was born in Turkey, growing up far from the polished sets and bright studio lights that would later define her career. Long before television recognition, she was simply a young girl drawn to performance, fascinated by emotion, storytelling, and the power of expression. Acting was not a calculated ambition at first. It was a quiet passion that gradually shaped her direction. Her early years were marked by discipline and self-development. Like many rising Turkish actors, she invested time in understanding character depth, screen presence, and emotional control. Rather than chasing overnight fame, she focused on building skill and confidence. That foundation would later become her greatest strength. Her breakthrough came with the television series Cicekleri, a drama that quickly captured attention both domestically and internationally. Portraying a complex female lead, she delivered a performance layered with vulnerability, resilience, and quiet strength. Audiences connected not just to the storyline, but to the emotional authenticity she brought to each scene. The role introduced her to a rapidly expanding fan base. As the series gained momentum across digital platforms and international broadcasts, Yagmur Yüksel became a recognizable name beyond Turkey's borders. Her on-screen chemistry, expressive gaze, and controlled emotional delivery set her apart in a competitive industry known for intense drama and powerful storytelling. Unlike performers who rely solely on dramatic intensity, her style balances softness with strength. She allows silence to speak, often conveying more through subtle facial expression than dialogue. That restraint gives her performances realism, making viewers feel as though they are witnessing genuine emotion rather than scripted moments. Off camera, her image reflects simplicity and elegance. She maintains a refined yet understated public presence, often sharing glimpses of professional shoots, behind-the-scenes moments, and carefully curated lifestyle content. Rather than constant extravagance, her aesthetic leans toward minimalism and natural beauty, reinforcing her relatable appeal. As her popularity grows, so does her influence. Brand collaborations, media interviews, and international fan engagement have expanded her professional reach. While exact financial figures remain private, her rising status in Turkish television and global streaming markets positions her among the new generation of commercially valuable young actresses. What makes Yagmur particularly compelling is emotional sincerity. In an industry where dramatic exaggeration can dominate, she grounds her performances in authenticity. Whether portraying heartbreak, inner conflict, or quiet determination, she connects through honesty rather than theatrics. As of 2026, Yagmur Yüksel stands at a pivotal stage in her career. With a rapidly expanding audience and growing industry recognition, she represents a new wave of Turkish talent crossing borders through digital platforms. Her journey reflects patience, dedication, and belief in steady growth rather than instant spotlight. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.